Hey guys, I'm here today just to talk about some of your options that you have if your show has been cancelled. Now, your first reaction will be that you're frustrated, you're upset, you're angry, a whole mixed bag of emotions. Some of you have been dieting for, say, 18 weeks, 16 weeks, however long it was, and then to have your show cancelled so close, maybe you're 2 or 3 weeks out, some of you maybe were a little bit longer, can be devastating because it's not just about that preparation, right? It's about the sort of years and the months before it. But here's the way to look at it. You have two options, in my opinion. Option number one, you have performed the most superb recomposition that you'll have ever done without having a goal at the end of it. Now, what that does is it's set the body up from a physiological standpoint to gain tissue. So what you can do is introduce more food, back off on the cardio, the output, the steps, and over time, your training performance is going to go up, your energy levels are going to go up, your logbook's going to start to progress forward because that extra food, that increased recovery, the less stress on the body will mitigate some of that allostatic load. And by that, I just mean stress on the body. So you put your body in a superb position to be able to partition nutrients and to grow. Now, that growth phase, let's say, we're sitting here in March, that could take you 6 months. It takes you close to the end of the year. You maybe have then an 8-week tidy up, another 10, 12-week push, and then you start your prep for next year. So you have, you use this year as a year of growth, as a year to be better, so that when you step on stage next year, your physique just demands attention. It must be looked at because the improvements you've made now. There will be so many people that will have just went, fuck it, and they went off the rails. They'll be smashing the kebabs, the Mickey D's, the Dominoes, using this coronavirus nonsense to not go to the gym and not train. If you are truly committed to bodybuilding, you will love the journey and the process, and you'll be more motivated to come back next year and be better. So let's just make sure that you maintain your meticulous habits with your step count, your training, your food, your relentlessness in the gym to be better, beating your logbook and everything else in between. Option number two, okay, there are some federations such as PCA that are announcing shows have been rescheduled to the end of July or the start of August. You're looking at about 18, 20 weeks away. So let's say you're roughly maybe 2 kilos off stage weight. Well, what you can do is over the course of the next sort of 8 weeks, push a couple above that. So you'll be about 4 kilos above stage weight. And then let's say 10 to 12 weeks before that sort of first show of the season, then you start to diet back down. So you have a little sort of dietary break where you're able to push food up, you feel good, your training's better, you don't feel like death, you feel like you're a normal functioning human being, and then you can come back down later on in the year. So this season is not necessarily completely over for you if you don't want it to be, and then you could look to do a few shows on the bounce because I was the same as a few of you. I had about 4 or 5, 6 shows I wanted to do, and it's likely that I'll just get one, hopefully looking like there's going to be 2 before the season's over. So please, 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 if you feel lost, if you're unsure about what to do, send me a DM and say the word show cancelled. After that, let's arrange a WhatsApp call or a FaceTime call, a Zoom call, and chat a little bit more about what your options are, the barriers that you're perhaps facing, and how you could then look to improve and be better going into next year. I hope that helps, guys, and I hope if your show was cancelled that you have just went straight into an improvement season, or you're looking to compete later on in the year. And whatever you do, give it the beans.